All right, my wonderful people, levels of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Expose News TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they're giving a back-to-back update on how things they be, on how things they shele for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also, remember to like and share this broadcast as it is hot. All right, my wonderful people, the latest one with the boss brains. Yes, as PM Ekpa has come out boldly and has said the delegitimization of the zoo government in Nigeria and the legitimization of the Biafra government to start on the 2nd December 2024. My people, yes, this date has not changed at all. What we've been talking about, we've been commenting about and have been saying that will take place is what we are sure will take place, and we are hoping for the best of it at the end. We are hoping that nothing will be able to stop us. Yes, that is just the truth of the matter. Following on, there has been a meeting and concerning everything that has taken place. Tibonagi, who is an ambassador, yes, Tibonagi, who wrote Tibonagi, who is an ambassador, wrote something concerning how the Nigerian government has been mistreating Biafran people in Nigeria. Let me read the tweet. It says a good fall at Michael Robin to expose Nigerian federal government mistreatment of its Biafran people in the national sector. With so many Nigerian crises, it's being overlooked. Yes, indeed, Nigeria is a key U.S. relationship, but its government should not get the free pass for abuses. My people, it has been a very terrible thing. Yes, I am actually very happy that the abuse that has been taking place on Biafran people is being recognized, and of course, I would want to say that it is because of the amount of things that Nigerian people, maybe Nigerian government, have been able to follow up with them, or how they've been able to sell themselves, or whatever they've done, is why they said Nigeria is a key member or whatever, and that is why I feel like that is why most of the time it has been overlooked. The things that they've done has been overlooked. Okay, and the PM here has said, honored to have Ambassador Tibo Nagi retweet Dr. Michael Rubin's article on Biafra. As you are aware, I have engaged with Ambassador Nagi previously through the Biafra Republic government in exile lobbies. Our lobbies are making our voices heard at the highest levels in Washington, D.C. These are the only ways we know we can keep going far. And if I'm being very sincere, we are doing our ultimate best, and the lobbyists are actually doing their ultimate best. My people, it is not a joke. Every single thing that is being done is to move forward, nothing but move forward. Even as the Zoom meeting that held, the township hall meeting that held recently, and everything that has been done step by step, it's not a joke. I believe that we would keep moving forward. I believe that moving forward is one of the most important things that we've decided to do, and it's nothing. It's nothing nothing at all is going to be able to stop us from getting where we want to do. Yes. PM Ekpa said, thank you, Ambassador Nagi, for retweeting Michael Robin's Biafra article and for your comments on Nigeria's mistreatment of the Biafra people. It is a great honor for Biafrans to be discussed by someone of your prestige and integrity, eminence. Yes, that is what it is, and I feel like this particular talk, this particular meeting concerning it is what it is. Now, the BRGIE has said something. They said the report that Mr. Rubin is an undeniable fact of misery that the Biafra people have had to face and endure for decades in the hands of the terrorist Nigerian government today. They say today, the Biafra government is now holding the bull by its horn, which is the truth of the matter. The Biafra government has decided to take the bull by its horn and have decided to go all out concerning it, not minding whatever propaganda or whatever issues these people have sworn to put back at them. And that's just the truth of the matter. They have decided to do all in all. But if I'm being very sincere, all of this would not work out if the lobbies and if every single one of us are not working towards bringing them down. So the people that came out to attack him because he was representing Mazen and the Kano, is what made him to succumb or to tumble or to backslide to do what he did. My people, I just believe that is what he wants to let us know, or that was what his point was concerning the whole thing. But my people, you would see in all those things he said that it was all pains and tears, that he was just using words to cover up, because that is what they know how to do. My people, na so e go be o. Na so this man come out, just dey talk, and wetin I dey try explain give una be say, anybody wey do wetin e no suppose do, anybody that goes to mess up near Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or ends up as a saboteur like this particular man, no matter what you are supposed to do or how you were supposed to represent him, whether as a lawyer or as a friend or as anything at all, as a soldier, as a BLA member, anything you were supposed to do, and you end up turning into a sabo, it will hit back at you. Enweghị kwuru that will stop this particular thing, because a saboteur will always remain a sabo. You cannot stop being one, and that is the truth of the matter. This particular man you represented, just like he said in his long notes, they are called upon and you started representing. And then this particular beginning that he even talked about in his confession, or in his begging for forgiveness, was that first of all, as he has been silent throughout this play, you know that his silence means that you don't actually hit her. That is what it means, because it has gotten to him to the extent that we ourselves have now
to sway people
this man,
in Nigeria.
This man's
He would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that if since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did.
This fight is not for everybody.
And you expect him or anybody fighting for their freedom to respect, to come back to Nigeria. It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then anytime that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Ekpa, not to learn from the previous things that had happened and decide to be in a state that would really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland. And that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that will make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBRGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know the fight, that the fight is real, and that if we stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans. Not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You are expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast. Be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war, and it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again, and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen, in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.
And that is the truth of the matter. That is the fair truth of the matter. Because when we cannot have people that are even trustworthy, when we cannot have our leaders that are trustworthy or politicians that can, in their own part, be steadfast and do the things, stand firm in some kind of things that will strengthen this fight, then we cannot move on. And that is the truth. We cannot move on. We cannot actually have hope that this particular person is siding us and pull through this person. But of course, that is what we have. The unity is what we lack, but it is not going to stop us. We would use what we have to get what we want. And until we get what we want, we are not backing down. And so, yes, my people, this is it. This is what we have for this particular broadcast. This is where we come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.